The apples and the oranges is an interesting question. I mean, how do you compare Amazon to Rackspace to VMware that's running on your private cloud? What we try to do is to unify all this information. We know how a compute unit looks like in Amazon and how a compute units may look like in Rackspace or GoGrid or whatever. And we allow you to define what a compute unit means for you and the private cloud. And once we pull the data around your memory, network, utilization, whatsoever, as well as your price lists, as well as your usage, then you can take a look at everything in one holistic view and compare apples to apples and not apples to oranges.
You saw the analytics phase, right? Where you had all the graphs, you know, how the CPU and memory and everything is utilized in a box, right? How granular do you really get into from an analytics perspective? Does it go into specific application and processes and things like that, or it's on a very high level on a node-by-node basis, right?
So first of all, as I said, we don't look at your bill. So we go down then just looking at where you spend, if it's EC2 or RDS or S3 or EBS. We look at the usage, which means we look at the usage of an instance from an infrastructure perspective. If we get the data from an agent that runs on your machine, then we can go granular, even lower, to the applications or to the process.
Yeah, the reason why I ask is, you know, in a multi-tenant environment, right, or a multi-org environment, you have multiple groups under the same financial model, basically trying to push applications, right? So it's very difficult to control the kind of financial model in that environment without having a good visibility into the price structure, right?
So we allow you to build your cost allocation, what we call the cost allocation module within Cloudyn. You can build your own organization chart or business modules or processes or teams and allocate these cloud resources to these kind of logical groups. And then we allow you to build the cost around it, the projection, as well as the optimization. If we get data from inside the machine, such as number of transactions or number of requests from another tool, we can even tell you what will be the cost per your transaction or cost per your request. If you will module these capabilities or these thresholds and parameters into the tool.
Okay. So how do you integrate with other tools? Like you mentioned App Dynamics, for example. How do you integrate with those tools?
We've got our own API. Just build the connection between the two.
You've already done that? You've built it?
We did it.
And then you mentioned services. Do you support kind of all the different Amazon services or just EC2? Do you do SQS, RDS,
So we're looking
ELB,
at EC2, at RDS. And by the way, for RDS, there are many more parameters than just CPU. We've got the memory, the paging, and so forth. The optimization level, by the way, it's much higher than EC2. And we're looking at EBS and S3, and now we're looking at the ELB, which is the load balancer.
Do you support OpenStack?
I'm sorry?
OpenStack-based cloud, do you support that?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, some of it can be supported through OpenStack, and the rest we build ourselves.
So how worried are you that you're just how is this not going to be since it's a lot of stuff on, say, AWS, how's this not going to just be a feature that's in the portal there?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the question.
How's this not going to just be a feature on AWS? I mean, I log into the portal, I use it, I look at this.
So
I mean, why? I mean, you can spin up instances there now, and it seems like it could just be toggle on to alert me if this is running too long. Is it? Or even like, how long did it take you to build your thing?
Well, I mean
that's two questions.
So
I guess.
So we're out. I mean, can you respond to that? And I guess, I think it goes to the point you mentioned before, by the way, about Amazon maybe not even wanting to tell you you were spending. I mean, there's some, you were joking, right? But there is something to that. But
no, I was serious.
Once we support multi-cloud, then you will not, a cloud customer that has Amazon and Rackspace will get much more value from a multi-cloud provider.
Okay.
That's definitely yes.
Asked and answered. All right. Moving on.
You forgot to include Giant.
That's fine. They can sure put it on the slide next time. Okay. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Great.